Very good morning, children. Welcome to the psychology classroom. I hope you all are fine and everybody is fine at home, yours. And I just expect from you all that you all are working very hard for your studies. Children, we are discussing the chapter 3, Meeting Life Challenges. So many topics we have discussed over here and almost everything is completed. Whatever the last topic which we are discussing is the promoting positive health and well-being. In that regarding, we have studied that about the life skill. That what are the life skills which are required to promote your positive health? What are the life skills which a person should learn and to be trained in that one in order to promote their positive health and well-being? Now, apart from the positive health and promoting well-being, some of the other things are also required. Okay, like having a good diet. Okay, for promoting the positive health and well-being, some of the things are required, just like having a proper diet. प्रॉपर डाइट भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. एक्सरसाइज रेगुलरली ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस. ठीक है. दी रेस्ट पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग वी हैव स्टडीड. पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड, पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग, पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड. ठीक है. ये सारी चीज़ें हैं. प्रॉपर डाइट, एक्सरसाइज. इनके साथ साथ सपोर्ट सिस्टम ऑल्सो प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. ओके. द थिंग विच आई एम ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू चिल्ड्रन, दैट not only in life good diet, good exercise, good thinking make you feel healthy. Your support system is also play a very important role. So let us study about the support system. From this particular topic, the questions were asked in your board examination. Explain the support system. Yeah, what are the kind of support is required, is mentioned for being a positive health and well-being. So support. Support is usually categorized into 3 categories. First, informational support. Informational support. Second, tangible support. Third, informational, tangible, and third is emotional or emotional support. So these 3 kind of support is categorized into these 3 categories. Note it down in your notebook, children. Now, tangible support is related to the object like money or anything tangible which is related to the materialistic material. Tangible is related to the material like money or anything. उससे अगर हम लोग सपोर्ट करते हैं तो वो tangible सपोर्ट है. देन होता है इंफॉर्मेशनल सपोर्ट. इज ऑल्सो ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशनल. Informational support means you provide appropriate information to anyone. That is also a kind of support. If you are providing a right and proper guidance to anyone, that is also a kind of support. It is not like that just providing a money or cash to anyone you are supporting them. If you are providing a proper guidance, proper decision, then also you are supporting it. although this support is found to be very much dominant than the informational, वो हमें समझ में नहीं आता, पता नहीं चलता, बट वो भी कहीं ना कहीं this is also play a very important role in a person's life. इसके बाद होता है emotional support. This is very much required. Everybody required a someone whom they share their thoughts, feeling and action with a trust is very much required. That person never share your feelings and thought to anyone. Okay? So emotional support बहुत ज़रूरी है. The person who is having such these all three kind of support, जिनके पास सारे ये तीनों होते हैं, they develop in a tremendous personality. Okay, positive health and well-being. So informational support, tangible support. Please note down their characteristics also, which I had explained to you right now in your notebook. ठीक है, आगे बढ़े. सो ये सारी चीज़ें आपके प्रमोटिंग पॉजिटिव हेल्थ और वेलबींग का ही पार्ट है. सो हियर वी हैव कंप्लीटेड आवर चैप्टर मीटिंग लाइफ चैलेंजेस. One topic is left which I told you I will discuss with you all in the last one. So today I am going to discuss, it is the Lazarus theory of stress. So let's discuss about the Lazarus. I hope आपने इसे नोट डाउन किया होगा, अच्छे से समझा होगा. Still अगर इस टॉपिक से related if you find any doubt you will ask me in the classroom. Okay? So Lazarus theory को cognitive appraisal theory भी बोलते हैं. This theory is named as cognitive appraisal theory of stress. Cognitive appraisal theory of stress. It is given by Lazarus, and that is why it is sometimes known as Lazarus theory of stress. ठीक है? Note down this topic in your notebook, children, so that we can do the further discussion. चलो. As it indicated here, the word is written appraisal. So this particular theory is based on how you appraise the stress. It is all about the appraisal. So we have studied that in this theory, the Lazarus said that whenever the stress came, we do the appraisal of the stress. And that appraisal are of two kinds, primary and secondary. प्राइमरी अप्रेजल हम लोग करते हैं और फिर सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल करते हैं. प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी. नाउ इसी टॉपिक को आपको डिटेल में स्टडी करना है कि व्हाट इज प्राइमरी अप्रेजल एंड व्हाट इज सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल. ठीक है? व्हाट इज प्राइमरी अप्रेजल and what is secondary appraisal. So let's study. The first one came the primary appraisal. Primary appraisal मतलब in primary appraisal यानी initially we appraise the stress in the three manner. Either we are appraising it in a positive, negative or neutral. Positive, negative or न्यूट्रल। इन 3 वेज में हम लोग अप्रेजल करते हैं। पॉजिटिव कर सकते हैं, नेगेटिव कर सकते हैं या न्यूट्रल कर सकते हैं। मीन्स वॉट एवर द स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन केम टू अस, हाउ वी आर अप्रेजिंग द सिचुएशन, एदर पॉजिटिवली, नेगेटिवली या न्यूट्रल। हम उस सिचुएशन को कैसे ले रहे हैं, पॉजिटिव ले रहे हैं, नेगेटिव ले रहे हैं, या उस सिचुएशन के टुवर्ड हमारा अप्रेजल क्या है, न्यूट्रल है, नॉर्मल है। ना हम बहुत पॉजिटिवली ले रहे हैं, ना ही हम बहुत ज़्यादा नेगेटिव ले रहे हैं। पर जब अगर कोई सिचुएशन को नेगेटिव लेने लगता है तो उसका अप्रेजल 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो जाता है, हार्म, थ्रेट और चैलेंज। और यही अगर हम लोग सिचुएशन को नेगेटिव लेने लगते हैं तो वी आर डूइंग द सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल। वी आर डूइंग द सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल। हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, लिख लिया आप सभी ने। प्राइमरी अप्रेजल में हम स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन को या तो पॉजिटिवली देख रहे हैं, नेगेटिव और न्यूट्रल। बट इन सेकेंडरी अप्रेजल वी आर अप्रेजिंग द स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन एज नेगेटिव एंड दैट वी मार्क इट एज अ हार्म और एज अ थ्रेट और एज अ चैलेंज। So this is all about the Lazarus theory of stress, who talked about the 2 type of appraisal, primary and secondary. Secondary यानी we are seeing the appraisal as we are seeing the situation as a negative. We are appraising the situation as a negative. So when we are appraising the situation as a negative, so we are seeing that this problem as a harm or as a threat or as a challenge. मीन्स हार्म का कहने का मतलब है, मान लीजिए सपोज दैट पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन को आप कैसे देख रहे हो, वो आपको कोई नुकसान पहुंचा रहा है, या आप उससे डर रहे हो, या आप उसे चैलेंज की तरह देख रहे हो। व्हेन वी टेक एनीथिंग एज अ चैलेंज, सो वी फाइंड आउट द अल्टरनेटिव सॉल्यूशंस, द पॉसिबल सॉल्यूशन फॉर इट। एंड व्हेन वी स्टार्ट टेकिंग इट एज अ हार्म or as a threat, we are unable to find out the solution. So I am discussing about the cognitive appraisal theory of stress, where I had discussed about that the appraisal was done in the 2 manner, primary and secondary. Primary appraisal, when we are doing about the primary appraisal, we are considering the event as a positive, negative or neutral. But when we come to the point of secondary appraisal, we are doing the appraisal in a negative manner. And when we talk about the negative manner, we are considering the situation as a harm, threat or challenge. Harm means the loss of anything, the loss of the resources. Threat is related to the damage of any particular thing, and challenge, which is related to facing the situation in a very objective manner, in a very confident manner. So these things we have done. Now some of the point which is related to the this theory of stress is I am going to discuss with you, and I just hope you all have noted it down. See, appraisal of any situation is also depend on 2 important factors. So there are some factors that determine the stress also, and that determine the experience of stress. The factors are, first is the past experience, and second is the controllability. Past experience and controllability. पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस एंड कंट्रोलेबिलिटी से आप क्या समझते हैं? Past experience means have you experienced such kind of event in the past also, like that is related to the past experience. क्या आपने इस तरीके का कोई एक्सपीरियंस पहले भी किया है? Like whatever the situation I am facing right now, if I have an experience of facing that particular situation in a future before, तो क्या है कि it means I am able to cope up with the stress. Okay, coping strategy, coping ability जो होती है हमारी वो increase हो जाती है. बट वहीं अगर हमारा ऐसा कोई पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस नहीं रहा है, ऐसा कोई इवेंट हमारे साथ कभी नहीं हुआ है, तो क्या होगा कि हमें we face problem because we are experiencing that situation for the first time. We have not faced such kind of situation earlier, so it was very new for us. So when something is new, it will be very difficult to adjust. So the past experience play a very important role. If any person is faced such kind of problem before also, so it may help them to use their experiences in order to solve this problem again, because this problem is again the same like the problem which the person faced earlier. Second factor which determine the appraisal of stress is controllability. Controllability means how much you feel that the situation you are able to control. कितना लगता है कि आप ये situation को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो? कंट्रोलेबिलिटी फैक्टर क्या है? आपको क्या लगता है कि आप इन चीज़ों को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो या नहीं कर सकते हो? ये भी डिटरमाइन करता है कि whether how you appraise the situation and how you use the coping strategy. Next is, after the controllability is the predictability. कितना प्रिडिक्टेबल है ये? कितना प्रिडिक्टेबल है ये भी डिटरमाइन करता है. ठीक है, प्रिडिक्टेबल मीन्स यू नो दैट दिस सिचुएशन is going to become awareness about the future events. आपको पता है, आपको कितना पता है कि ये चीजें आगे होंगी या नहीं पता है? How the things are certain for you and how the things are uncertain for you, that also determine the appraisal of your stress. Note down these points in your notebook, children. Past experiences, controllability and predictability. Okay, आगे बढ़ेंगे. I hope you all have noted it down. So here we completed our appraisal of the theory of stress. So almost every topic, every point we have discussed, and we have completed the chapter 3rd, which is all about the stress. We discussed that what is stress. So stress can be described as a pattern of response an organism makes to stimulus event that disturb the equilibrium and exceed a person's ability to cope. Stress are of two kinds, eustress and distress. Eustress is a positive stress and distress is a negative stress. Okay. Stress is also considered to be the electric energy which energizes the person to do something. And on the one hand, it has been found that optimal level of stress is required for a person to perform better. Both the condition, either it is the high level of stress and the low level of stress, both are harmful for the person. Both are harmful. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the optimal level of stress is required for making the person aroused and aware and be goal directed. So the Stress is also considered to be the silent killer. It slowly and gradually kills the person, and the person doesn't aware about it. We also studied that Hans Sale is the father of modern stress. He defines stress as a non-specific response of the body. He talked about the two concepts, strain and stressor. Stressor are the event that cause the stress, and strain is the response and reaction toward the stress. Strain क्या है? ये response या reaction है. Lazarus has given the appraisal theory of stress. He said that we do the appraisal of the stress in the two manners, primary or secondary. In primary appraisal, we see the thing in a positive, negative or neutral way. But when we come to the point of the secondary appraisal, we see the situation in a negative manner. Negative means we see the situation as and the stressful situation as a harm, threat or challenge. There are some factors which determine this appraisal, like the past experiences, controllability and predictability. Besides these, there are broadly 4 types of stress: physical stress, environmental stress, psychological stress, social stress. Psychological stress is categorized into 3 categories: frustration, conflict and pressure. Pressure is again divided into 2 parts: internal pressure and social pressure. We also studied that there were some sources of stress like life events, traumatic event and daily hassles are some of the sources of stress. We have also read that what are the effects of the stress on the functioning of an individual. There are some physiological effect, it has some cognitive effect, behavioral effect and emotional effect. When this stress is over the head, so it came the situation of burnout. When we are exhausted physically, emotionally and psychologically, so it is a state of burnout. We also read about Hans Sale model, the gas model, general adaptation syndrome, who taught about the 3 kinds of stages: alarm stage, resistance and exhaustion. We also read how the stress is related to the immune system, where we came to know a new branch of psychology which is psychoneuroimmunology. How the immune system is related to the stress. This is what we have read. Stress is something which weakens our immune system. We should work on our lifestyle. We should use some stress management technique like relaxation, breathing exercise, meditation, yoga, creative visualization, cognitive behavior techniques, biofeedback. These things we can use for managing our stress. We should also use some of the coping strategies which were discussed by the Andler and Parker and Lazarus and Fortman. Andler and Parker divided the coping strategies into 3 categories: task-oriented, emotion-oriented, okay. So these are the things. So we are studying about the coping strategies, task-oriented, emotion-oriented and avoidance-oriented. Then came the Lazarus and Fortman coping strategy, which is divided into 2 categories. What are the 2 categories? problem focused and emotion focused. Okay, now after the coping strategies, we have read about the stress management technique we have done, coping strategies we have done. Then we have read about how we promote our positive health and well-being. There we studied about stress-resistant personality, and then we studied about hardiness concept, and we studied about life skill, some of the life skill. Okay, so this is all about. So we are discussing about, and we discuss about the life skills. Okay, what are the life skills which help the person to cope with the stress and to promote their positive health and well-being? They are the time management, assertiveness quality, positive thinking, rational thinking, positive attitude, then self-care, overcoming with unhelpful habits. The unhelpful habits are procrastination, avoidance, perfectionism. This all we have discussed about. I am just doing the recapitulation of each and every topic which you have read in this particular chapter. I just hope you are doing the revisions with me also. We also read about the positive diet, good diet, taking the good nutritious food, proper sleep, proper exercise, all make the person healthy. Okay, and so support system. Support play a very important role in a person's life. Support also can be categorized into 3 categories: tangible support, informational support, and emotional support. Somebody support the person on the basis of money or any kind of materialistic thing. Somebody support the person on the ground of information. Somebody support the person on an emotional aspect, on an emotional ground. A very important point is that it also differs from individual to individual. Like in some of the situation, some person is having an informational support but not having a tangible support. कई लोगों के पास इंफॉर्मेशन होती है पर उनके पास वो tangible support नहीं होता, इमोशनल सपोर्ट भी नहीं होता, तो वो ग्रो नहीं कर पाते. सिमिलरली कई लोगों के पास मैटेरियलिस्टिक तो होता है बट उनके पास गुड सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होता, राइट सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होता. तो इंफॉर्मेशनल सपोर्ट, लैक ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशनल सपोर्ट ऑल्सो मेक हिम टू लैग बिहाइंड. सिमिलरली this is all informational support. Emotional support also play a very important role for a person to grow. Everyone required that everyone should be, somebody should be stand behind them. Somebody should be there with them, who always stand for them, who always strive for them. So support system play a very important role for the positiveness of the person. I hope children you are doing the revisions with me. So here we have completed our chapter and I had done the recapitulation also of this chapter. Somewhere, anywhere or any point you feel any doubt regarding any of the topic, you will discuss me in the classroom. So in the later videos, we are going to discuss about the disorder chapter, which is our chapter 4, psychological disorder. Okay, so do practice of these topics and try to practice the questions also related to this chapter more and more. So you will be find better understanding and your concepts will be better clear. Okay. So I just say to you all, thank you so much for carefully listening to me, for making a revisions with me. Okay. And make your notes, solve the question answer which are given in the previous year paper based on this chapter. So we have successfully completed the 3 chapters and I suggest you to do the more and more revision. Repetition of anything make you stronger. So repeat it again and again. Thank you so much for observing this video.